Hello, I'm Rochelle, a local realtor who loves sharing what living on the western shores of Lake Ontario is all about. Today, we are exploring one of my favorite Halton Conservation Areas, Crawford Lake. This small but mighty lake is incredibly special for so many reasons, most notably its global recognition as the Golden Spike. We will chat about that a little bit more in this episode, but for most locals, that's just a wonderful recognition of this incredible place we've gotten to enjoy as a conservation area since it was acquired in 1969. Crawford Lake is just over 570 acres of beautiful nature space set on the Niagara Escarpment just outside of Milton. Of course, there is the lake itself, which has been instrumental in understanding the world around us, including a 1971 discovery of corn pollen in the layers of sediment. That discovery led to archaeologists uncovering 11 footprints of longhouses on the property, as well as an assortment of artifacts. While science hasn't been able to identify who exactly called these longhouses home, they have determined the inhabitants were from the Iroquoian linguistic group, and it appears the area was occupied during 3 potential periods from the 13th to 17th century. The 3 reconstructed longhouses are an attempt to recreate what the village might have looked like during the 15th century. With an estimated village population of 250 to 300 people, there were more than 10,000 artifacts discovered on site, many of which you can see on display inside the longhouses. You can explore the village and step back in time with the Longhouse museums, which were recreated with the help of many elders, archaeologists, and scholars over the years. Because the hours can change, I'm going to link the most current in the video description below so you can travel back and explore the incredible culture of the people who called the shores of Crawford Lake home. Tucked in behind the Longhouse village, you'll find the Gathering Place, which has been host to pop-ups like Nish Dish, a First Nations owned and operated business serving some delicious local seasonal foods. You'll also find the Three Sister Garden, where you can take a stroll in the Medicine Garden, learning about Indigenous agriculture and foodways. Most people visiting Crawford Lake are looking for a hike, and luckily there are plenty to choose from. If you're looking for an easier hike, there are 2 great options: Woodland Trail, which is a 1.5 kilometer loop, and Crawford Lake Trail, which is a 1 kilometer loop around the lake. Both of these are mostly level with a few tripping hazards and are stroller friendly. Neither are truly wheelchair accessible because of the width of the boardwalk. However, I have seen lots of walkers and wheelchairs use the boardwalk around the lake. If you're hiking with kids, be sure to take a stroll through the Species at Risk Trail, where you can look for 10 larger-than-life wood sculptures of at-risk animals here in Ontario. From the stunning detail of the monarch butterfly, to the proud howl of a wolf, or the long and low Jefferson salamander, there are a lot of incredible animals to discover in the forest. There are trails for those looking for a little bit more of a workout: Pine Ridge Trail, which is a 3.6 kilometer loop, Escarpment Trail, which is a 2.4 kilometer loop, and Snowshoe Trail, which is a 3 kilometer loop perfect for, you guessed it, snowshoeing and cross-country skiing. For those ready for a real workout, Nassagaweya Canyon Trail is 4.7 kilometers and will take you from Crawford Lake along the escarpment and over to Rattlesnake Point. I will be covering Rattlesnake in a future video, so check the description as I will add it there once it's live. Now, just a heads up, this one is not a loop. It will take you about 4 to 5 hours to make it all the way there and back, but the views are absolutely incredible. There is also the Bruce Trail, which runs through the conservation area, making a total of 7 trails plus 1 garden walk to enjoy here at beautiful Crawford Lake. Now, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and click that bell to turn on notifications so you never miss another episode about our amazing local nature spaces. Ready for a little backstory on how this amazing conservation area came to be? George Crawford bought the lake and 100 acres back in 1883. His son operated a lumber mill at the south end of the lake, and on the north shore, you can still see the front porch foundation of their family cottage. What makes this lake so incredibly special is that it is one of 5 Meromictic lakes in Ontario and one of only 10 in all of Canada. These unique bodies of water are deep lakes where there is a clear separation between the upper and lower levels of water. Unlike a typical lake, Meromictic lakes never see those layers mixed together. Taking the rarity up even higher, Crawford Lake is an extra special Meromictic lake because both of those layers are oxygenated, whereas most Meromictic lakes are anoxic at the bottom, or without oxygen. The lower level of this approximately 24-meter deep lake is fed by groundwater, which keeps the sediment at a steady, cold temperature year-round. Add in the no swimming, no boating, as well as no fishing, and you've got the ideal conditions for investigating the layers of sediment each year. Crawford Lake sediment is so well preserved that the easily discernible 2 layers created each year has led to some incredible insights into the atmospheric changes annually going back thousands of years. This combination of events led the site to become the one chosen out of the 12 considered around our planet Earth. The Golden Spike title means that Crawford Lake was the most suitable site in the world to help define a new epoch, or more simply, help identify the start of a new era. Scientists are looking to make the beginning of this new epoch in the 1950s. If you're looking to do more of a deep dive on this aspect of Crawford Lake's incredible history, you can check the description below for some links. Final thoughts and notables before we close this episode out. There are washroom facilities on site, including in the visitor center, which also has a gift shop. You can pre-book your time slot to allow the gate to grant access via your license plate on the Halton Conservation website, which I will link below as well. And dogs are welcome so long as they remain on leash. After everything you've just learned, please remember that people and dogs are not allowed to swim in the lake. Of course, always be respectful, leave nothing behind, and do not pick or remove any of the plants or animals that call this beautiful ecosystem home. If you have any questions about living in or moving to the area, I am happy to connect. You can find all of my contact information in the description below. Thanks so much for touring Crawford Lake with me. Until next time, keep it genuine.